Morning, y'all. I got up a little bit ago, and I wanted to share a little bit today. I know it's a little dark in here, but I haven't been outside too much, so let's see here. I'm trying to build a little wall so I can put my phone on it. Oh, hold up. Morning, you guys. Morning. Our bottles come with ice already in them. So we don't need cold water up here. Ja, Penny, hat ich banana. It's for my Dene relatives. Stop and share this, you guys, if you can. Stop, share it to your groups, please. Thanks. And keep sharing, all the way through this thing. So, where are we? What are we? Who are we? What is this? What is that? Hey, Chris. Nice to see you. Hi, Bonnie. Hihana washte. Half a bottle for you? Okay, Melissa. All right, let's get started. So, there has been a lot of developments in this whole thing. Okay? There are, there's so many things that we can talk about. What I want to talk about is talk about the camp, the evolution, what happened from myself. This is only my opinion. That's it. I'm no medicine man. I'm no this. I'm no that. I'm just I don't want to say I'm a nobody because everyone keeps saying, "Hey, man, you're not a nobody," but to be honest, I really am. Right now I'm alone in this yurt. Our relatives came over last night and we went into Inipi at midnight. Why? Why not? I've been having a bunch of problems in my own life for a very long time. And that was brought on by myself. We own up to those things when you have more important things to do. This camp started out, people forget to fail to realize that this camp started out with a woman crying. When the man was driving beside Ocheti Shikoi, he heard a woman cry out. And this woman's cry was heard from inside his car when he was driving past the bridge that between Rosebud and Ocheti Shikoi, that little bridge. He was traveling across that bridge and heard a woman crying. And he said he went down about a half a mile and it bothered him. So he turned around and was like, that's, someone must be crying under the bridge. So he goes out and he drives back over there, and sure enough, a woman was crying again. But there's no woman out there because nobody was here. This is the beginning. So he dismissed it, you know, those things happen. And then he drove the next day. And when he was driving across that spot, the word entitlement popped into his head. Keep in mind, the people that I'm talking about are spiritual. They're not your spiritual. They're not this spiritual. They're their spiritual. From inside, from within. And the word entitlement was brought forth. And what is that? What is this entitlement? So he looked it up and started, thinking about it. Wondering why. What's this mean? So, this was started with the word entitlement. People forget. People forget where this started. People forget how they walk. The reason why they forget is because they begin walking in other people's shoes. And when you walk in another person's shoes, it's very, very easy to point out the mistakes. But the problem with doing that is that when you're pointing out those mistakes, you have 3 fingers pointing back at you. When you find those mistakes, it's called spot it, you got it in AA. Yes, I went to AA. I drank until I was 17 and then I stopped. I went into their meetings and I respect the meetings of the Alcoholics Anonymous because it's a guidelines to a spiritual belief from within. Because that's the only way that you can do it. That's the only way that you can conquer your demons. That's the only way. You can never point out and expect healing from within. Not with these. Not with them. It's not that. It's from within. I'm going to turn off all those comments. So, the word entitlement. That's a very powerful, powerful word. And it's becoming part of society in many, many, many ways. It is so deeply rooted inside each and every single one of you that it makes you fearful of what that is. It makes you fearful of the unknown. And when you become feared, then you're using the outside as your inside. Then your surroundings will become you. Your surroundings become you. But we have a light within that is outwards, not inwards. That light was meant, our voice was meant to send it out. We have to see. We have to react. But we have to humbly be honest with ourselves. The whole fact. I understand. I understand a few things. And what I'm learning to understand is that I'm a beautiful person. And it took a long time to visit that. Because for a long time, I spent a lot of my life looking out. And it's sad. When you're connected to the people, it's sad. So you guys think it's the front lines. You think it's sitting in front of guns? You think I'm putting my life on the line to sit in front of guns? No. We're putting our lives on the lines because our relatives are sick. Our relatives are tired. And if you don't believe me, you go in to the corners of society and visit them. White privilege. It's not meant to be disrespectful. What it's meant is that we have it. It's been ingrained in us. But if your skin isn't the correct color, then it doesn't work. I know. I'm part white. I utilized all my whiteness. That little bit of white in me, I used the shit out of it. You can bet that. Because it's a tool that is garnered for myself. It gets me into places that my relatives can't get in. It gives me a voice that our relatives can share. So when you're on the front lines, you might be looking at guns. When I see alcohol. I see meth. I see oppression. I see all the negatives that my people are going through daily. And it's not up here. Go to our homes. All of our economy, all of our Native American governments, every single one of them are corrupt. They're corrupt because they don't go to the corners. I'm going to use donations as a way. When I first got here, we started getting donations, a lot of them, right? The whole world was watching. And these donations was good. It's all good. But certain people in camp We've been adapted to go without. Just like when it's cold outside, we acclimate ourselves to the cold. We can go outside. Maybe you can't, but I can. I can go outside and sit in that cold for X amount of hours. Just because you can't do it, don't tell me I can't do it. Don't tell me what I can and cannot do. Because you're not here. You're not acclimated to this weather. And if you're not acclimated to it, then you cannot be a part of it. You know, it's too much for you. This way of life is killing our people. It's not me. Look at when Donald Trump went through and they were smashing glasses and running all rampant through there, you know, rioting. You know, I was like, dang, man, these guys are wild. I was like, all we do is just sit on the front and just like, I mean, I'm going to speak for myself because we all seen the videos. We all know what's going on. For myself, I sit and pray. Yes, a couple times I might have loose-lipped, but so be it. I'm angry. I'm angry at all of our leaders. I'm angry that they are willing to sacrifice their own people for the betterment of themselves. It's backwards. It's called circle within a circle. But the problem is we're getting boxed in, and all our relatives are in the corners. They are acclimated to that weather. They are acclimated to the oppression. You see? And then all of a sudden we get this big movement. And those corners, the corners of our reservation lands, the people came out to support. Because we believe. Because we are tired. I'm talking about this way of life because everyone keeps focusing on the wrong things. Yes, there's alcohol here at Ocheti Shikowi, or was, or probably is. But guess what? There's alcohol everywhere. Last time I checked, there's a big bar in that big casino down there, right? Right? There is a big gambling facility which many people are addicted to gambling, and they cannot control it. We all have those little grandmas, right? And you say that this is your business to grow people is through addiction? That's your main source of income and you want that road open? Last time I checked, that was a failing casino. Last time I checked, that this was in debt. Correct or not? You know, I think 3.2 million reasons to help that debt. You know, these are facts. These are things. It's not me. I'm not making these decisions. And I want to thank a few relatives. And I am going to shout out Dallas Goldtooth. I just watched his video. And his concerns are 1,000% correct. You know, we are on a floodplain. We do have problems over here. We have this, we have that, we have this, we have that. You know? But you cannot change it from out there. You have to be in here. You know, you are a leader, right? You are, before I came up, you know, it's leading by example. So everything you said is, I agree with it. I do. But I choose not to focus on those things because that is what they want us to do, to divide us, to make videos to divide our people. Why do you think police hit us? Police, I'm not talking to you, Dallas, no more. You're gone. I'm talking about, you know, when that man from BIA hit that woman, right? I am a man. No matter what altercation went on, I could subdue her without that force. Because we have the dedication and we remember why you signed that paper to become a cop. To protect and serve. Just like a doctor. You don't go into the doctors, right? You don't go into the doctors and then they pick and choose who they serve. Those doctors take an oath that they have to do it every single time. It is part of their oath. Do you forget that we gave our word? That we gave these things to our people? We are here to protect our people, not hurt. We are supposed to be trained to protect our people. We are supposed to be above and beyond the petty to protect our people. You have to understand that you are allowed to be whoever you are and there are consequences. You kill someone, you go to jail, right? That's how it usually is. But now it's whoever has the most money goes to jail. Our society is backwards. Our family structures are no more. We don't need to be together to be connected. You know? You don't need it to be connected. I feel my son and I feel my daughter every single day and every single second. People that I love, right? People that I love and cherish, throwing me under the bus privately, not publicly. People saying I'm a bad father. Oh, you left your kids to go do this. Oh, you're leaving your kids. I'm better than you. And I'm entitled that I know better because you don't know nothing. I'm so spiritually connected to my kids that I can feel when they're hurt and when they need to speak to me. They understand because that's what we do. Every single Thursday, my son is in Sweat Lodge. Every single Thursday. My dad takes him over. And guess what? My daughter. There's a group of kids over there, all under 12 or 13. And then there's even little ones. My daughter is going into Sweat now. She walks in, she does her first round, she gets her butt up, she's like, bye, I'm done. Because that's what she's teaching herself. She's starting small, baby steps. She understands she can't take the heat. My son now, 12 years old, if anyone sweats and they know what a double row is, he sits in the middle. He can handle that heat, and he sings the song. The song is our prayer. I only say these things to let you know that our kids are beautiful. The connection to our kids, that is what it is. So when I see my relative shot in the fucking leg that has a big hole in it, if I see my relative with her arm blown off, if I see our relative pissing her pants, if I see my relative in first layer clothing having to take a 4-hour bus ride because they got arrested for saying a prayer, you guys, something might be backwards. I said before, and I'll say it again, I'm an educated man. I have years of schooling. I'm an accomplished jeweler. And we're treated like criminals. You know, we are. And then they put the spotlight on us. Ooh, you had a beer. Ooh. Oh, we had this. Yeah. Who have we been learning from? What society do we live in? They don't live in our society. We live in theirs. Their society is on our land. And we don't own it. But we would like to have a little bit of rights to it. We would like to have a little tiny say in it. Not have that entitlement of someone else coming into our life and telling us how to live. That's so backwards. We're twisted as a society, and you're all falling into it, those that look at the negative. You're focused too hard. You forgot about the people. You forgot about your connection. I encourage you, step inside the lodge. I encourage you, use the sweet grass. I encourage you, use the cedar. Use the tobacco. All these medicines that our people have been using for years. There's a spirit inside. There's a spirit that lives deep inside those things, and they will not let you have that until you respect it. It doesn't work until you live it. You want to wear a chief headdress? Then walk it. Walk like a chief. Our people are in the corners of our society, dying from meth, dying from alcoholism, dying from depression, dying from suicide. The numbers of Native American children are through the roof. I'm sick. When I see those guns, those are pointed at my kids. Those are pointed at my relatives. And you want me to stay quiet? You want me to focus on a beer? I can't, because our people are so beautiful. The prayer, the songs, the walk, the tall. We are a powerful nation of people, and we have a voice. We have the strength. We are conditioned for this stuff. We're so oppressed that we don't need much to survive. We never have. That's why we give, give, give. There's so much that we can do. There's so much that we can say. But it means absolutely nothing if you don't walk. This walk is a long walk. I won't be here when this turns around. I know that. But you damn right, one of Ocheti Shikoi or somebody from our relatives are going to. And that's a fact. We're punching bags. I am a big punching bag. Hit me. Come on. You know what I mean? I put myself out there, all the way out there, so that I give you all the ammunition against me. All of it. Have it. Take it. Own it. You like kicking? Kick. You like yelling, screaming, crying, whining? Kick. Do it. Get it out of your system. As long as you don't do it to my relatives. That's what it means to be on the front lines. That's what Ocheti Shikoi is. You don't know that because you haven't been here. You just talk, talk, talk. And now we have a chance to build it. Our spirit is back, boys. You better believe that. You know, we're going in them lodges, and you know what? I'm glad that this whole thing is tore down, because we're going to build it right back up, because that's what we do. If something's not right, you tear it all down and you start again. I'm a jeweler. I know if a piece comes out of hand, sometimes you just can't fix it. But guess what? My father has a saying. This guy come up to him and said, "Hey, Steve, do you have any scrap gold?" My dad said there's no such thing. When my dad sees an ugly piece of jewelry, he doesn't go on about all the negatives about it and all these things. He says, just melt it down and make it better. How cool is that? Melt it down and we'll just make it better. Because you forget that we are still valuable. Even if we are separated and broken. We are valuable as a society. We have these tools necessary to fix this. We have the tools to fix America and make it great again. We do. They're crying on the other side. They're kicking and screaming for a new way of life, but they don't understand because they're blind. They use their eyes, not their heart, their mind. But now, with this movement, they're being awoken. The awakening. This place, you guys, don't worry about money yet, okay? Please. That $8 million ain't shit. That all those things is nothing. The power of the people of the world are coming to Ocheti Shikoi. This place is magical. This place is basically like a wishing pot. If you wish for it, it will come true. Even if you're wishing for negative, it will come true. If you go into the negative, it will consume you, because that's how spirit works. Spirit is always there. It's never, ever away from you. You're always connected. There's never any other way. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping on the toilet. You know, people, they have things. Oh, we can't eat bacon. We pray on Sundays. Oh, wait, no, we're not supposed to pray on Saturdays. Seventh-day Adventists. Oh, yeah, we want to pray on Saturday because we have this and we have that. I pray on the toilet sometimes. I pray in places that I'm not supposed to pray. I pray in the dirty places. Because when I feel that I need to say a prayer, I say it. I'm not confined by your rules. I don't need to go to church. I don't need a preacher to tell me what God is. God is me. We are God. We are part of this whole thing. We're from the stars. We're from the edges of the universe. That's who we are. Wamakashka oyate. We're just simple. We're not any different. We're just the same. Whether we're a rock or we're a person. We all have that spirit. We're all made up of that same energy. No one's good, no one's bad. It's the perceptions of good and bad. It's the perceptions that society has placed and deemed on us. It's the FBI, it's the ATF, it's Morton County, it's Donald Trump, it's all of these things. But the thing is that everyone can change. Everyone can change. They just need time. And that's what we need, is time. Right now there's a big shift in what's going on, and it's beautiful. You know, so when you walk around and you're looking around, go ahead and focus on these piles. Go ahead and focus on all this stuff if you choose to. Is the flood going to be coming? I don't know. But I know that right now, for safety precautions, yes, we must move to higher ground. So, I mean, we're just going to move. I don't think it's super dire that everyone's saying it. But the problem is this. Everyone that came, they took a piece back home. But they took the wrong pieces back home. You know, they took the physical stuff. They took the material stuff. They took all those things back home because those things they value. Those are the things that they value when they go home. Oh, it's time to go. All right, well, let's pack all our stuff. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, someone just left their teepee there. Oh, those teepee poles are on the ground. I'm just going to take them. He doesn't want them. I feel like he is disrespecting him. He's disrespecting God by having those poles beside his. So I'm gonna take them and use them in a better manner. You know, entitlement. entitlement that we can do things better. That's the name of the game. And the thing is that yes, in many instances you're correct. It can be better that way if those people walk that way. But if they don't, then you have to choose a different way. We have to be parallel. You know, we walk in unison. Otherwise, we're going to get trampled on. That's how it works. The lines don't cross. They just exchange. They work together. They build together. A lot of our economy is trickle-down economy. That means, for myself, I don't know what that means, but what I talk about that stuff is that it trickles down. When we get money, for example, the $8 million that Standing Rock got, okay? They're allocating $3.2 million to their debt. What I call that is trickle down. It's trickling down. Why aren't they building that nest egg up? It's because the leaders are hell-bent on casinos. How about an Indian taco stand down here? At least one of them somewhere set up. There's not no Indian taco stand set up. Guess why? Because they'll be ridiculed for trying to make money. Right? They're going to be ridiculed. That's why there's no arts and crafts up here. Do you know that if people would put arts and crafts up here, even more people would come and buy stuff? They want a piece of history. And we're being persecuted because, oh, look at them. They're selling those t-shirts up there at Main Fire. They don't even know what they're doing. You know, yes, there are some people that take advantage of it. Yes, there is. Some people are just there for the money. Yes. I would like to set up a jewelry studio here and make jewelry. You know, I'd like to take a break from cutting wood or walking through the snow or just sit around and, you know, I'd like to do some of that. And those are the things that we need to build a sustaining economy. We need, and you white people, yeah, you're right. I do need a job. Because I hate asking people for stuff. But I need to. Because right now, it's just necessary. These are all necessary things that we have to accept. Just like when somebody, okay, what do you do with a raging or an alcoholic that came up here to change his life, and then all of a sudden they're slapped around and they're said beat up and stuff like that, and the people that called us up here said, hey man, you got to get to walking. You know, it's time to go. You know what I mean? It's time to go, guys. Good luck, and we got it from here. You know? So, that way of thinking, that way of life is over. At least for me. You know, everyone's free to do what they want. Everyone's free to pick and choose and do anything. You know, that's why we call it the land of the free. That's why we have a lot of people that are being persecuted in their own country running for help. And we build a wall against them and say, get the stepping. You know, it's backwards. Everything is backwards. The beautiful thing is, you know, we can start over again. Why not? And I'm not saying that to crush these people, but if we do start over, what happens is the people with big pockets, you know, I don't understand why someone should have so much money. or the need to keep having that much money. I mean, I'm talking like the millionaires. I'm not talking about you guys just working, 9 to 5 and all that stuff and saving and all that stuff. I'm just talking about people that do these things for negative reasons to increase their pockets. I just don't get it. That pipeline. What if they use, if the police force used half of that money to, like, do something else with it, even invest it? What did they say, 32 million or some crazy number? I don't even know what the number is. It's got to be even more than that, because that helicopter flies around 24/7. 3 planes in unison flying around 24/7. I don't know how much money that is, but I'm pretty sure that it's not much, And then we get ridiculed. All these ridicule things. I mean, it is what it is. We're on the front lines. Like I said, we are the punching bag. So you have to, we have to accept it. Some people, some of my relatives, I seen. She can't handle these the people that come at you, trying to discredit your name or discredit anything. I mean, there's people that live for that stuff. I'm cheap. I like to fight. I like that stuff. So I like to egg it on and keep going. For me, it's fun, because for me, I'm in a good way. Really. At the end of the day, for all those people that are talking trash about me, I seriously would give your kids a ride home if they needed it. Coach your kids' basketball team. I would do many things, even for you. Because I'm not built like that. It's just not how it works. Even though I might not like it, or I might have to do all these things, I have to do it. I have to accept it. Because I have to give the people a chance. A lot of people like to take advantage of those things, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everyone has their own demons and everyone has their own thing, and I am far from perfect, But the relatives is why I'm here. The people is why I'm here. You want to question me? I have a sweat lodge. I offered tobacco so that I can be the caretaker of the sweat lodge in front of this. Relatives moved out. Now that camp is no more. So now it is my responsibility to take care of the sweat. I offered tobacco. I gave my word that I will take care of it. That means that when it's time to go, I pick it up. I pick it up and it's wood. Right? I tear it right down real quick. I just tear it right down and go. I mean, there's a little bit more to it, prayer-wise and all that stuff, and then I go out and build a new one wherever I go. I've been building these things since I was 10 years old. In the swamps of Everglades. And I miss that place so much. I wish I was fishing right now. I wish I was. But right now I'm in South Dakota, and I'm just, got to pay attention to these fires. I got to make sure that the fire is well lit. I got to make sure that these coals stay warm. That's why I woke up this morning. If you want to know why I'm always awake, it's because every 2 to 3 hours I have to stoke this fire. I have to sit and I have to wake up. If anyone is staying with me, I have to make sure that they're warm. I have to make sure that this is taken care of, because if you don't, you die. If the fire goes out, you die because it's too cold. And that's just the way it is, So if you wonder why I always have bags under my eyes, it's because I'm awake. It's because I have to make sure that this fire is going. I have to make sure, because otherwise, not only is it about life and death, metaphorically speaking, I mean, I have a subthermal sleeping bag, so you could sleep right through anything as long as it's like not -10. You know, you could sleep right out on the ground with one of those bags is what I'm saying, but gotta keep it going. You know, you just gotta keep going. It's a long walk. It's a lifestyle. You know, it's just how it works, and it works for me. It don't need to work for you. You know, you do you, and I'll do me. So, my battery's dying, and I'm getting a little hungry. I'm getting a little hangry, just like Mr. Dallas was earlier. And this is Dallas. I hope that someone might share this with him. Do you know how I know this movement is going? And I swear to God. Do you know how well I know when this movement is like got hiccupy and stuff? Take a look at Dallas Goldtooth's hair. The worse it is, the worse the situation. And last night I just seen his hair and I was like, God. Whew. You know, bro, you got beautiful hair, man. Go get it braided. You know, I wish I did. You know, I just got bald head. I got freaking big old that thing, and you know, braid it up, man. Make it look beautiful and go and stand out there. You know, I wish I had hair. My son is growing his hair out. But anyways, I just noticed the decline of his hairstyle as the movement went down. So, you know. Oh, shit. All right, getting loony. I better get going, you guys. Thank you, and good morning, and we'll see you soon.